dragons have always been one of those weird animals. I mean, it's like they look like some kind of dragon-like creature, but they can't evolve wings and they can't breathe fire. In fact, they really should have been called komodo lizard. But the reason they were called that is because it was said a dragon-like creature lived in the Indo-Asian places, and they call them aura. Locals call them aura or land crocodile. Although they do have a taste for seafood, they'll eat anything from animals as large to a water buffalo. This made my heart drop. So a komodo dragon is maiming and killing a pregnant deer. Like, imagine being through that. Like, you're already pregnant and you're going through like stress and you're basically dying. And he starts eating, starting from her stomach, and drags intestines and entrails and guts all over the place, and that weird thing, that weird like silver, not silver, it's like see-through, I don't know, it looks like yellowish white. It then begins to nom down on the deer, eating it whole. The deer is obviously alive, in pain. Like, if it was me, I would be doing more than like shaking like this. I would be like, oh, please stop. But animals can't talk, so I mean, she kind of just has to sit there and get mutilated her life. Who knows about her infant? I'm not even gonna spoil it. And komodo dragons tend to eat together when food is plentiful and there's enough for everybody. He returns back to the mother and begins to horribly rip shreds of her flesh off. This is what the bloody gruesome mayhem I was talking about. Like, what is all that stuff? I get it's like guts and entrails. We all have that. But that is like the white stuff. It's so unnatural. Then he's like drags the mother. The mother is like, she's like, I'm done with this. She can't carry her weight. I guess the deer is just dragged away and eaten by two komodo dragons, unless this one devours her whole. Look at her screaming. She's like, ah. Then start eating her entrails, and then the deer is still alive. Like, when is it gonna die? Oh, now they both are ripping her flesh off. Oh, she's definitely gonna die. I knew it. She lasted long. You know what? Komodo dragons sort of remind me of like big lizards. They're basically modern day dinosaurs or dragons, but without wings. Then he removes the fetus from its mother, and then he just eats the fetus. Like, he has no respect for none of her infants. And I would be surprised if she didn't have 2 infants, but maybe she only got 1. What, in my video, I should have gave Komodo dragon greed. No, gluttony. Because they will stuff their mouth full, and unlike hunters, well, not hunters, but unlike animals who go out and hunt for the world, Komodo dragons just hunt by smelling dead carrion and animals that had already died. They don't put in the effort to work. They use their sense of smell to smell out prey that has already deceased, and then they eat the meal whole, like swallows it, and they have serrated sharp teeth, but it's like covered in like weird pink stuff, gum, so you really can't see it. And I'm pretty sure the cameraman, he was terrified. He was like, why did you just eat it whole? And then the lizard-like creature started moving towards him. Honestly, if it's closest related to the monitor lizard, why couldn't it be called the Komodo lizard? It's like nature just gives other animals names, and they might not even be related to that animal. Here, this is a pygmy Komodo dragon chasing after this goat. The goat hit but the dragon-like creature, but it is unescapable. And I'm pretty sure the sheep is about to be at its mercy. Or goat. The goat is like brave and like try headbutting the creature to let it know basically I'm not food. But the lizard is determined, and after knocking it out, it begins tugging on its head to disembowel it and rip its head off, which is like the goat shouldn't have had tripped up. Like if I was the goat, I would just run away. But the goat stayed there because goats are just crackheads and don't listen. And do I feel bad for that goat? But really should have like ran. And then the dragon like creature just devours it and rip its head off. It literally just barrel rided its head off and then ate it. Yeah, this dragon-like creature is definitely gluttony, because they stuff their mouth full with the carcasses of other animals. Here, Curious George is seen to be mutilated, and like komodo dragons eat anything and everything they can get their hands on. It doesn't matter if the carcass is rotten flesh. It doesn't matter if it's stale meat. They will consume any meat available, because that is how greedy this dragon-like creature is. And they have a slow bacteria infection. Some people call it venom, but I think venom is different, like the king cobra. But it's venomous. I'm just gonna call it, and it has this bacteria, and when the prey basically tries to escape, and when it goes into water, yeah, that's how it gets clapped, and it just sits there and lets the dragon eat it. And yeah, they will devour food when it is plentiful, and that's it.